thousands of years, she was reincarnated into different roles and appeared in various legends and myths. Sometimes ferocious, sometimes charming, once a sign of good fortune, but also feared as a demon. A mysterious fox once appeared in the Asian mountains and forests. She played a specific role in the Confucian stories about ethics in the Middle Ages. People wanted to find out her origin, but instead discovered the complex twists and turns of her story. The rings of history depict the primeval world and enlightenment, and the thick Asian books are full of truth and fantasy. The name of the nine-tailed was a mystery for thousands of years. It is the oldest and most widely spread mythical beast in China, the nine-tailed fox. There are 3 similar records in Shanhaijing, Trails Through Mountains and Seas. 大黄东经 says, 有青丘之国，有狐九尾。海外东经 says, 青丘国在西北，有狐四足九尾。南山经 says, 青丘之山，有首焉，其状如狐，而九尾，其音如婴儿，能食人。This is the earliest written record of the nine-tailed fox. Guopu's commentary says, the nine-tailed fox will appear in times of peace, and she is a sign of good fortune. In the pre-Qin period, people's description of the nine-tailed fox was positive. In the Han Dynasty, the nine-tailed fox began to enter myths and stories. She introduced Tu Shan, the fiancé of Yu the Great, who was busy with official affairs. She met Zhu from the Xia Dynasty on the shore of the East China Sea during his expedition to the east. When the barbarians Dongyi surrendered to the Western Zhou Dynasty and paid tributes to the King Wen, she appeared too. The legends of the kings of the first 3 dynasties, especially when the kings achieved eternal success, the nine-tailed fox appeared as a rare mythical beast that foretold good luck for the world. The fox, which was stigmatized for the first time, appeared in the Mingshanji records of the famous mountains of the Eastern Qin dynasty. She began to become a synonym for obscenity. In the Tang dynasty, Bai Juyi's Asian tomb of the fox fixed her literary role. In history, kings who neglected government affairs due to their obsession with women often lost their power and were overthrown. Confucian scholars blame these political failures on the women. These beautiful, corrupting women were transformed into fox demons, so it was easy to accept and circulate the stories, whether as a warning or a fable. Foxes began to take on the responsibility of political morality. In Yuan, Ming, and Qing dynasties, due to the rise of drama and novels, foxes settled from the upper to the lower level as an element of folk culture. Hu Yao, fox demon, Hu Xian, fox fairy, and Hu Nu, fox girl, are fixed story roles, and even fox charm, a specific Chinese word, was created. In these stories, foxes have acquired the ability to transform after thousands of years of practice and use wisdom and beauty to confuse people to achieve their goals. In the Qing dynasty's strange stories from a Chinese studio, the female roles represented by fox demons often have torturous but sympathetic life stories. They used magical powers to help weak men, to overcome difficulties and evil people, and even got married to human men. But even so, fox demons still made people stay away. The fox demons in literature and the foxes in wilderness are similar to the real relationship between them and humans. They appear around people but cannot be tamed. They are intelligent and humans must treat them with caution. They mysteriously appear and disappear and occasionally show a half-smile expression which is as confusing as a woman. Perhaps because of this, in the widespread stories and legends of humankind, foxes are basically on the opposite side of humans, or at least on the dark side. In Chinese literature, the fox phenomenon is a result of cultural design. When moral dogma fully penetrates into real life, national politics, social culture, and historical summaries are overly dramatized. The universe has law, but for some reason, the balance of yin and yang is broken, evil invades, and the world is in chaos. The reason why good fails to defeat evil is that men have lost their self-discipline and awareness, so foxes women have undertaken the role of the negative side. In general, in world literature, foxes have common personality characteristics such as wisdom, unreliability, intelligence, untrustworthiness, cunningness, greed, but are not fatally dangerous. The demonization of foxes in Chinese literature spread eastward after the southern and northern dynasties and formed a unique fox belief in Japan. It is worth noting that the fox stories produced after the Tang Dynasty are no longer nine-tailed foxes, which is a detail that must be paid attention to. The auspicious nine-tailed fox that once danced with the sages and kings did not appear again and was replaced by the fox fairy who was famous for her charm. Is this a turning point in the circulation, or is something else going on here? The Asians have been researching the nine-tailed fox for a long time. If the gods and weird creatures in Shanhaijing are regarded as a kind of symbol, a mixture of time and space, that is, a way for the Asians to observe the world, then the symbol of the nine-tailed fox may come from one of the seventh constellations named Wei in the east sky of Greenish Dragon, and Qingqiu Mountain actually refers to the eastern pole, so the nine-tailed fox that danced with kings of the previous three dynasties is most likely a kind of royal sacrifice. The name nine-tailed fox may be a typo of the astronomical term Wei Wei Jiu Zi. According to this opinion, the image of the nine-tailed fox appearing side by side with the jade rabbit, toad, and three-legged crow on the Han bricks and pictures on bricks that have survived to the present day sitting around the Queen Mother of the West has a reasonable explanation, but people in the Han Dynasty no longer knew the relationship between sacrifices and astronomy, and the nine-tailed fox had become a symbol of auspicious and magic power at that time. Haijing in the Shanhaijing is a record of the ancient Chinese people's measurements of the heaven and earth. The two nine-tailed foxes that appeared in Dahuang Dongjing and Haiwai Dongjing were probably an early practice of using astronomical observation in the Asian calendar, and the animal, shaped like a fox but with nine tails, that appeared in Nanshanjing was probably an unintentional act of using the name of the nine-tailed fox to describe a rare animal.